afternoon. We're live on today's Ask AJ.
We'd like to give a weather check first of all.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's hot and sunny. I think I'm going to go wild camping on Friday night.
Friday's going to be hot and sunny.
Yeah, so I think, I'm not going to tell you where I'm going, but if anyone wants to come with me, they're in the county. Although I have been getting some random offers from guys that have said, can I come wild camping with
We
you?
won't go into that. Really quick, first of all, we'll start with an update on the market. Still flying, still amazing. Just sold another one, well over $1 million. It's great. Sold a nice one yesterday, so it's still going great.
Yeah.
Our only challenge is making sure we replenish the market quickly. So we've got plenty coming, plenty of photo shoots.
You can see how busy Phil is by how fast he's talking. Yeah. So, whereas obviously I'm dead relaxed.
We're all
so I
busy.
just talk. Yeah,
Fast we
busy,
talk.
busy. Everybody's out of the office today. We've had to put the phones on and do not disturb for a minute while we do this. That's why we're being super quick.
Quick ankle update. It's getting there. Maybe another week or so, and I'll be back running.
Is that right?
That's my plan.
Okay, good. That's wild camping and your ankle done. So we wanted to talk today about the different kinds of buyers that are out there at the moment. And I had to chat with a lovely gentleman at the weekend. Probably scared him a little bit because I turned up at a viewing in my running gear. Well, I wasn't doing the viewing, Edward was doing it. But Tony, if you're watching this, hello. I turned up and I thought Edward was going to not introduce me, but he made sure he did introduce me, so thanks for that, Edward. And the gentleman that was wanted to put an offer in on one of our lovely homes was stretching himself a little bit to get to the home he wanted.
Running joke.
No,
Yeah.
no, stretching himself financially a little
Okay.
bit. I was stretching, just stretching. And he said, I'll need a mortgage for it. And I think his concern was, will I be perceived as a less worthy buyer, a less valuable buyer than somebody who needs, somebody who doesn't need a mortgage, somebody who's a cash buyer. And actually, we've got some opinions on this that might surprise you.
Yeah. So when we opened up 3.5 years ago now, I've aged. Working with Sam.
3.5 years. You've aged 3.5 years.
I've aged 4 years in that.
I've gone back. I'm in my 40s now.
And a lot of the industry and a lot of our clients and buyers love the term cash buyer. And first of all, no one knows what it is. So a cash buyer is you literally have the cash. It may be in investments, but you will be able to, by completion, have the cash in the bank that you could transfer over.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that if you sell your house, you've got cash.
No.
Doesn't mean anything like that.
No.
It has to be cash
Doesn't
buyer.
mean you have to borrow it and then you'll have the cash. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean that either. It actually means you hold in cash or the equivalent of it at this point in time.
So, first of all, that's our biggest challenge. When someone says we're a cash buyer, we actually have to go into loads of questions to find out if they're actually a cash buyer, and often they're not.
Yeah, we have to do our due diligence and they have to prove to us that they have the cash by showing us a screenshot of an investment or something like that, so that we know that we can advise our seller, our client, and say, yes, they have got the cash. Obviously, we don't pass on the confidential information, but we just say, yes, tick, it's done.
Yeah, and another caveat to that is that because money's so cheap at the moment, often they can afford it in cash, but they actually want to get a mortgage.
Yes.
Which makes sense, but we just want to know that. But, so let's pretend someone's going to put an offer in on a £750,000 house. If they're going to put £750,000 literal cash, it's a big investment. You know, they've worked, they've done something special to get that amount of money, whether it be someone's died or whether it be, that's not special,
No.
or they've sold a business, or they've worked really hard to get that amount of money.
Something significant has happened.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. So to suddenly pass that over for some property, with bricks and mortar, hopefully it's got amazing views, and the brochure's worth 700 grand itself, but it's a big deal. But to counter that, on the mortgage side of things, if you've got 150,000 or 200,000 pounds cash and you can get a mortgage to cover the rest at 550, you're only really paying 200,000. You're taking on a loan that you're going to have to pay back, but it doesn't feel like your blood, sweat and tears have gone into it. It's a future thing that you can worry about. You can enjoy it while you're paying it back. And so it's actually switched our thinking on it that cash buy is all good and well, but we had one actually earlier this week. They can make a decision like that, something they're not quite happy with, or they wake up feeling moody. They just pull out because it's it's not.
They've got no skin in the game, really.
Yeah.
And when you need to get a mortgage, as this lovely gentleman has had to do this week.
It doesn't matter me then.
No, another lovely gentleman. He's had to jump through a lot of hoops for it. You know, his financial advisor has asked him for a load of information, which he's had to provide, and it's proof of income and affordability and what he's going to do with it. So it's we've had to provide a rental projection and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hoops to jump through. So the chances of that gentleman pulling out later down the line are far reduced than somebody who's gone, I've got cash, yes I want it, oh no, I've changed my mind. And we actually had this last year, didn't we? We sold a gorgeous home in Burnside, and we had 2 offers on the table, both within 5,000 of each other, and the one that was 5,000 above was a cash offer from a lady who lived on her own and just decided that she would like a house in the Lakes. The other buyer, which was £5,000 less, was a family buyer that was moving his entire family, including 3 children and a wife, and himself up from Bristol. So they'd been into the local school, they'd checked out that they could get the kids in, they'd got the uniform. They were very committed to that move. So actually our advice when we were asked for it for our clients was, actually we think that the lower offer is the more robust offer. Genuinely, we felt that a family that's going to go to those extents to make themselves a new life was going to carry through. That was a commitment. Whereas somebody who's living on their own, who's got cash, could change their mind at for the slightest reason.
Yeah.
And there's only themselves to consider.
Yeah, and they ring us up and say, expect us to get the red carpet out, we're a cash buyer. We're going to offer...
We do love cash buyers. We do also love cash buyers.
But my point was that they often make lower offers because they think that it's a special thing to be a cash buyer.
Yeah.
We thank them for making the offer, but you're not going to get a special deal because you're a cash buyer.
No, because it has just as many negatives as positives.
Yeah.
Yes, you're not in a chain, which is great, but normally our mortgage buyers aren't in a chain either because it's second home that they're normally buying. So what we'll say to you is, if you're watching this and you are a mortgage buyer, you need to borrow to buy one of our homes. We would treat you with just as much of a red carpet as would do a cash buyer. Don't ever think that you're inferior as a buyer, because that's not true.
No, but what I would say is have everything ready. Because the delay is going to cost you more than the fact that you're not necessarily a cash buyer.
And that's what was worrying this gentleman. We had to try and get everything done really, really quickly to get it over to his broker so he could get the offer in, because we wouldn't let him put the offer in until he had proof that he could get the mortgage. And so it's all kind of...
Jeremy's ankle was limping.
It's... oh, bless him.
Broken his ankle. I saw it this morning.
Oh, no.
Up on the bells.
Oh.
Jeremy.
One of our
and I comment saying, I've done the same, he's on crutches and that. He's
on crutches and you're not even hobbling at all. Sorry, Jeremy, poor Jeremy. So the other thing, just to add to our sellers, or if you are a seller, is don't automatically assume that a cash buyer will be the best buyer. And actually I had this exact conversation with somebody last night. It's natural to assume it, isn't it? It is natural to assume it, yeah. A lovely gentleman who I had a chat to last night, Peter, who said to me, oh, I've gone after the higher offer, but it's a mortgage offer, what do you think? And I explained to him exactly what I've just explained to you guys about commitment and being a robust, very committed offer, and he actually felt much better about that. So don't automatically assume that a mortgage offer isn't, is inferior to a cash offer, because it's not the case at all. Obviously, every individual circumstance is different, and it could be that your mortgage person can't actually get the mortgage further down the line. But that's something that it's our job to find out very, very early. We wouldn't let you take your house off the market until we've already verified that.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's cleared it up. If you've got a question about anything that we can feature on Ask AJ, we always love questions and challenges. And if you want to know about Phil's ankle or my wild camping, then you can reach us at wildcamping/ankle at ashdownjones.co.uk. Speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.